and the daughter. The daughter passed away at age 27, African American, passed away from the coronavirus. We were out in front of Simmons Memorial today, and we are offering screening to get screened for the coronavirus and to speak with a physician. And we had people that were just walking by like it wasn't nothing. But I'm telling you, this thing is for real. And if you'd like to join our conversation, speak your mind, we invite you to our discussion today by calling in to 410-481-1010. We also are talking about, we have two things going on in the city. We have the ACLU and ceasefire, the NAACP, all of that coming against the AIR program that the city voted to pass. And I'm trying to figure out why in the world we wouldn't want to assist the police department in enhancing. We have 48% of murders unsolved. That's too many unsolved murders in the city of Baltimore. We have a lot to talk about, but I have this to say, and this is my saying: if you don't say anything and you allow things to stay status quo, then expect nothing to change. And if your voice can make a difference, I strongly suggest that if you don't say nothing now, don't say anything later. So right now, the phone lines are open, 410-481-1010.
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. And I'm not going to say much. Haki Ami here. It's a beautiful day, of course, and any day, huh?
You were in rare form last week.
I know. I say any day above ground is a good day. So it's just a blessing to be here. And we had a good show last week, and we want to keep it going and bringing, just quality information to the community. So I have someone on the line here that I certainly have learned from over the past few years. She need no introduction in the city of Baltimore. She has served a significant 25 years in the Maryland state legislature, the past 6 years in the House of Senate. And so let me introduce, and she is a retired nurse, none other than Senator Shirley Nathan Pulliam.
All right.
Are you up, Senator?
Yes, I'm right here, waiting to go.
Okay,
right.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, Akeem, and Joe.
I love you.
Well, thank you, darling. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, so how you feeling, first and foremost? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine. This is really a very certain time in our history. And we have much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I am excited to see, I'm really excited to see the NAACP, to see Reverend Kobe Little and the big, and Mr. Harris with a big truck going through, trying to get at the people that are vulnerable, very vulnerable and marginalized, and don't even realize that we're dying in large numbers.
Yes.
That of all of the cases in Maryland, half of those cases are African American death.
Wow.
Yes.
And half of the cases are African American, half of the deaths is African American. I want to make that clear, so they realize that this is not something to play with.
It's nothing to play with.
Term it's real. It's absolutely real.
Yes. With Dr. Pulliam, a lot of I have some myths that they think that it does not affect African Americans. That's the biggest biggest misconception out there, that this virus does not affect African Americans. Can you address that?
Really, that is so untrue. This is not so. We're looking at the number of deaths throughout. Look at New York. Look at their numbers. It's a large number. The between African American in New York and African American and black and brown people.
Yes.
Okay, the ones that die in large numbers there. So I don't know where to get that, but we come up with different sayings. Like they used to say, black don't crack. Meaning that you don't have mental health issues if you're black. Well, the fact is we got mental health issues.
Yes.
Okay. And so, none of those statements are real. And if people want to be stupid enough and listen to those statements, then it prepares to lose their lives. Right. And it's not just old people like myself. It is people that of all different ages, down to infants, can get COVID-19. And there's so many people in African American communities that what we call comorbidity, people with numerous different diseases, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, COPD, chronic respiratory, obesity. All of these things and chemotherapy, all of those things make you even more vulnerable. So this is not by accident that a lot of folks in the nursing home, succumb to this COVID-19 because many of them have those complications of different diseases. And so, but there are a lot of people living at home with all of these. This is why it's important for us to follow the regulations, keep our distance, put our mask on, and when we're showing up in the street, I wear my mask. When I come out my front door, I have my mask on, even if I'm just walking around my house, because I'm not going out in the street right now. I'm one of those that could easily get sick. I'm going to stay close to home. So when I put my mask on and go for a walk, I see people walking up the street and they don't even think anything of it. And I'll call out to them and say, where's your mask? We have to continuously educate people.
Right.
And so I'm going to say you can even use a handkerchief to put on your face. And I know, black men think twice about putting the handkerchief on their face because someone may think they want to hold them up for rocking. Okay. But it's how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you present yourself. And we got to think about that.
I want to commend the nurses, the first line, the doctors, the firefighters, those that are putting their lives on the line. They have to go back and care for their children. My friend Patricia Lewis Newman, shout out to you. All of those that have actually put themselves on the line and worked in healthcare for many, many years. I'm retired, but kudos to those that continue to march on. Yes, ma'am.
Let me make one thing clear too, because Akeem said that I was a retired nurse. I'm not a retired nurse. I'm a licensed nurse. Man, if you fill up the you see that I'm a licensed registered nurse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I retired from the Senate.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right.
I was a nurse. Okay, I just happened to be sick. If not, I would be out there doing even more than I'm doing.
Yes, ma'am.
I do know that.
Thank you.
Last night, I coordinated about 30 people on the phone.
I was one of them.
Of what we can do in West Baltimore. You were on the call?
Yes, ma'am, I was indeed. And spoke.
Yes, that's great. That's wonderful. I think I did hear you speak.
Yes, ma'am.
On the call. It was trying to get everybody on one accord that we have to do some work in West Baltimore. In zip code 15, 16, 17, all of those zip codes, the numbers will creep up once the testing gets done. Okay? And one of the things that's bothering me, you said that you have to speak your mind. I'm speaking my mind because I think the roadblocks we've set up, the government, they've set up 3 roadblocks in the city and the governor. I know the governor is doing his best. And the city is trying their best. But they don't have adequate tests. So because of that, they don't have enough. So they set up these roadblocks and say you have to first get a referral from a doctor. You have to go to and the only way you're going to get it if you have a primary care doctor or you belong to an NGO, or you have to go to the emergency room. Now, who wants to go to the emergency room when it's crowded? And if you go there, you go to the bill. And if you don't pay the bill, they're going to send it to the collection agency.
Yes.
So for those reasons, people are not going to want to go there.
Right.
And that's one way of keeping us away. And the second thing, one referral, you have to call it
Yes.
Okay, and it's not necessary. You need to remove those roadblocks. And when I looked and see, I think yesterday, I don't know how many people are tested now, Pembrokeshire, but day before yesterday, there were only 215 people that been tested. And
Yes.
to me, that's not enough for that area. More people would have come if they didn't have to go jump through all these hoops to get to Pembrokeshire.
Well,
We have to speak out about.
Well, Dr. Gibbons hosted screening sessions here at Simmons Memorial, right here at 21217 in Sandtown, today, for walk-ins that wanted to set up an appointment to be actually screened. But the problem is that we have to go out to them. They're not coming to us, so we have to go out to them.
That's why we had that meeting last night with Dr. Gibbons leading the charge. He said, because we've got to go out, we've got to get to the young people who think they're
invincible,
that nothing happens. They can walk and do whatever they wanted to do, or to some of the elderly that are shut in and scared to come out and may need help. Okay, so we have to make sure that's where the home visits come. That's where the telemedicine comes, where we can be able to call and talk to folks who have a phone. If a lot of folks don't have a phone, you have to meet them where we are. You talk about poor and marginalized community where people don't have internet and all the access. Some do and some don't. That's the reality.
Right.
So, and I know the governor is talking about phasing in phase 1 and phase, I should say, the president of the United States on phase 1 and phase 2 and phase 3. And in each one of the phases, he said the special recommendations to be considered for vulnerable people. Okay, so you can go back to work, but the special place of Black people and brown people to go. I mean, I don't see how that's going to work. And if you go to a dining area, he said they're going to open up dining and they're going to open up all these different avenues, the movie theater and all those. When they open up those places, how far a movie theater, maybe if there's only 10 people show up, then you can sit far from each other. But what about in a dining area?
Right.
That far in a dining area, it makes no sense. So those are some of the things I wonder about.
Right. Well, so Senator, and one of the key things that you focused on with these health disparities, the confronting the health disparities in the community over the years, and you've put legislation and had a task force dealing with these issues. And could you just speak to some of those? And you do have a statement that you put out. It's called "The Time Is Now."
Well, I just wanted to say that in my almost 25 years in the legislature, I started being involved with looking at race data, looking at why African Americans have the highest mortality and morbidity disease and death rate among the 13 major diseases. And as I began to look at it, prior to going there, I worked on Capitol Hill with Congressman Louis Stokes. I stayed with the Health Brain Trust and all of those different issues because I wanted to be abreast. When I became a legislator, that's one of the first things that I worked on. I started putting bills in, one after the other. And I was very much invisible. Nobody wanted to hear me talk about Black people morbidity and mortality rate, disease and death rate. But I continued to put the bills in over and over until it began to pass. My bill in 2003 created a statewide plan to address racial and ethnic disparities. And and in 2004, the Office of Minority Health was established in statute, so that a new governor and new people come in can't just cross it off. It's in statute, it's in the law. And so that we can begin to look at how we can improve our health, our quality of life, and how we can stay alive instead of succumbing to so many diseases. Well, the office started off very well. And under the leadership of Dr. Kalisha Hussain, we really accomplished much. We worked with different counties. We were able to, at one point on colorectal cancer, we were able to be on the same level. We had almost removed the disparity in that particular. But when as years go by, things start going right back. The more things change, the more they remain the same kind of behavior. Because and the kind of time and the kind of energy and the kind of respect for that particular, the Office of Minority Health. And we got to go back.
Okay.
We really got to go back.
We have a caller. We want to hear that. If you can stay on the line with us, Sister Pulliam, we will take this caller and continue to speak with you. Caller, we're ready to hear you speak.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, this is Sharon. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all the healthcare workers. And when they do the Oscars this year, the only ones should be filling that room are first line responders. And when I say that, healthcare providers. This is my question. As far as wearing the mask, people should know it's a proper way to wear these masks and let them know you cannot